There's a lot of voter fraud going around, and I want to talk about that. And it's probably not what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, oh, you're just upset about the vote, and so because Biden won and Trump should be the winner. That's not it at all. I don't care who wins, but let's talk about voter fraud. There's this video going around. It keeps showing up in my Facebook Messenger from people where it shows this vote poll where they count the votes, whatever they call that. And Republicans are being kept out, and only Democrats are being allowed in to count the votes. And so obviously that's voter fraud. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Well, it is voter fraud, but letting the Republicans in to count is still voter fraud. And why is that fraud? Well, let's talk about that. I want to ask you the question, who owns you? Who owns you? Do you own yourself? Most people answer yes without thinking about it, but I want you to think about it. Do you own yourself? What is ownership? If you own a piece of property, then you have the right to do with that property whatever you see fit. I'm driving in this car right now. I have the right to sell this car to another person. I have the right to rent this car to somebody. I have the right to paint it, alter it in any way I see fit. I have the right to destroy it if I so choose. Okay? If you own yourself, you have the right to do all those things with yourself, with your body, with your name. All those things you have the right to do. But every couple of years, we endure this election crap. A bunch of people spending my money to tell me why I have to vote for them. So the other guy's going to do this to you. The other guy's going to tell you, you got to do this, and he's going to take your money, and he's going to charge you taxes. The other one's going to cut taxes and take less of your money. No one has a right to take my money. It's my money. I own it. They can't take it. I can give it because I own it. Anyone who makes a claim to my money is committing fraud. And all the voters, I don't care what side you're on, blue team, red team, Bloods, Crips, Democrats, Libertarians, it doesn't matter. All of them believe that this group of people who call themselves government have the right to take my shit. Whether that's my money or this car that I'm driving that I have to put a tax stamp on the back, and that tax stamp has a number on it that reveals my identity to any tax collectors that may be driving down the road in their black and white cars, and they want to punch that number in the computer to see who I am. Make sure I've paid my taxes. Make sure I paid my registration tax on a vehicle that I own. That's fraud. No one has the right to take my stuff. No one has the right to tell me what I must do with my stuff. I own it. So, every time we have one of these bullshit elections, all these voters gotta go vote. All right, you're right. It's your duty. As an American, you have to go vote. No, I don't. I own myself. I don't have to do anything, and I'm sure as shit not going to go out there and pick somebody to rule over me. No one has a right to rule over me. I rule myself. I own myself. I rule myself. Well, if you pick the other guy, he's going to rule over you this way. Or he's going to tell you to do this. He's going to do that. I don't care. He can say whatever he wants. He can think whatever he wants. None of them are your friends. They all believe in the right to steal from millions of people. And not only do they think it's their right, they think it's a good thing. It's not. So, only the Democrats were allowed to count the votes in certain districts? I don't care. Because winning a popularity contest and an election is nothing more than a popularity contest does not give anyone the right to rule over other people without their consent. Nor does it give them the right to take what is not theirs without consent. That's called theft. And crimes like thievery or slavery are not made right simply because they become popular. If I were to go mug somebody on the street, it's wrong. But if I had 50 people that voted and said that what I did was good, it doesn't make it right. It's still wrong. So, all the voters, every voter, and it doesn't matter which party you voted for, you all committed fraud. Every single one of you. And it doesn't matter if the person that got into the magical Oval Office, the circle room, whoopee, in the big White House, whoopee. Yeah, I don't give a shit, bulldoze that crap. Okay? Whoever happens to be sitting in that chair at the magic desk, whatever it's called, resolute desk, how he got in there, whether the person before him died or whether he was duly elected in a proper and fair election, or whether he got in there through voter fraud and it was a false election, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Throw it away, bulldoze it all. What good do they serve? Nothing. They're there to take your shit. Don't let them. You own yourself. You own your stuff. Defend it. It's not theirs to take. And to sit there and say, oh, well, they cheated on the election. So what? They're all cheats. They're all liars. They're all thieves. They're all pedophiles, for Christ's sake. Literally, I mean, this election, oh my God. I mean, people fighting over which pedophile they want to boss them around, tell them what to do, and educate their own children. The fuck is wrong with you people? It's fucking disgusting, man. No one has a right to take your stuff. No one has a right to rule over you. Stop pretending they do and thinking that some sort of magic ritual where you go into a place and check a box, that it makes it okay. It doesn't. Stop aggressing against your neighbors through a proxy, which is the government. You have no right to point those government guns at your neighbor by electing the criminal of your choice. And they don't have a right to do it to you either. You people, you get along fine with your neighbors until you find out that they voted for the other party, and then all of a sudden you're at war with them. Why? Neither of those people, Biden, Trump, or Johnson, or whoever, none of them give two shits about you. You die tomorrow and they won't even know about it, nor will they care. Stop pretending they do. Stop pretending that they're gonna fight for you. Oh, this one, they fight for the little guy. No, they don't. They're there for them. At least they have the brains to do something for themselves. You don't. If you're voting for somebody to tell you how to live, you got problems. If you need somebody to tell you how to live, go talk to your parents. Find a coach, find a mentor. But leave me out of it. Leave your neighbors out of it. you know, if you have trouble figuring out how to live life, how to adult properly, or whatever, find someone who can help you. That's cool. You don't have the ability to rule yourself? That's cool. You don't have the right to pick somebody to rule over me. Take care of yourself. So, anyway, just remember that all taxation is theft. All votes are voter fraud. You don't have the right to rule over your neighbor. And you cannot give away a power that you do not have yourself. So, and you can't delegate a right to someone else if you don't have that right to begin with. You don't have a right to rule over someone else, therefore you cannot delegate that right to another person and make them a ruler over someone else. You cannot do that. You don't have that right. You can't give that right to someone else. Very simple. Property is property, whether it's intellectual property, such as the idea of a right, those are your property. Okay. So, respect the rights of others, respect the property of others. And you can't do that if you vote. Very simple. Anyway, hope you like this rant. If you do, give the video a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I'll try to produce more content. And thank you very much.